Hi,
It's
Hi.
podcast.
podcast. Back with your weekly
podcast.
Friday podcast. It's the Celsius production crew with Aiden, Uri, and Nikola.
Yo, what's up, you hoodlums? So,
This is
I guess
episode
this
49.
may or may not be
right
racist.
before our
49.
1-year anniversary, which is episode 50.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's actually a year?
We're
we don't.
we're calling it the 1 year.
Even though there's
Yeah.
52 weeks in a year, it's the 50th
Yeah.
episode.
They're
there have
changing
been
the
Wait, is
calendar
this
for
the
us.
50th episode?
There have been at least 3
No, it's the
scrap
49th
Yeah, no, I know we
episode.
have the
I thought this was
2-parters
49.
that we've done.
Yeah.
It's
I
thought
thought this
true.
is the 49th.
No, this is
Actually,
49,
there's
50s next week.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's
50 is
3
next week.
scrapped episodes.
Wait, really?
And 1 2-parter. Yeah.
Wait.
So I think it actually might line up directly
Maybe.
on.
Okay, no,
Maybe
no, no,
1
no.
week even
We
over.
had the Angie episode scrapped. What are the other two?
There's
There was the
36 and
Florida
12.
episode.
The Florida?
Yeah, the one where I'm in Florida.
Oh, was
Yeah.
the internet just bad on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad quality, bad audio.
That one doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's
There-
when I watched
we-
Little Shop of Horrors.
That's that's when we talking about the SAG-AFTRA, like when they got into the strike. We
That
cut
happened
that.
in
Yeah.
July. And how
Yeah.
do I know
Yeah,
that?
that's-
Stay tuned.
And that's when I was in Florida.
And then what's the
But
third
we also
one?
have we have an episode.
It was
episode
like
12.
it was like a
12.
Nikola vanished episode or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the one where I
Oh,
fucking it was an
snapped.
episode where we were like.
It's the one
we
where
were,
I sent to the Shadow Realm because I said something racist the episode before.
We were not on that episode.
That was
we
for
were
like
not
8
tight at all.
episodes.
We were not.
Oh, we weren't.
This was episode 12. It was we did this was the episode right before the BuzzFeed grammar episode.
Oh.
And we were not good in that episode. We had no energy. We hated ourselves during that episode. It was trash.
But now
That was
we
only
need the
'cause I
energy,
wasn't there.
baby! Celsius!
Okay,
That's
so
only because I was not there.
Nikola, you
I
were
mean,
there.
I'm eating a cookie.
Mm.
It's a Chinese almond cookie. Very good. Except it's actually pronounced almond. I just say almond so that I don't get killed by the public.
Mm.
Okay, so I guess we can get into some in focus stories from Beck.
No, we get into the temperature first.
Oh,
it's
yes.
61 degrees.
Uri.
Oh, it's 53 in Ithaca.
Nice. All right. So let's first go over the Beck lines in focus stuff this week. So last episode, I was like, I have to give this NorCal Media Day presentation tomorrow. So I gave the presentation. I show up there. I don't have a badge, which is kind of sad because I was very last minute. But I go up there and I'm like, okay. They gave me
God for the Rizzler.
they gave me
You're so
2
skibbity.
bottles of
so
plastic
denim
water, you
taxed.
know? Those weird ones, and I'm like, that's hype, so I gotta drink some of that water.
Oh yeah.
And then I had to give my talk. I was like, okay,
Oh,
these
how was it?
slides, they can probably
No, wait.
last me 35 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, Beck. How long was the presentation supposed to
45
be?
slides. I thought I could do a minute a slide. Did not work out that way. I was done 15 minutes in. And I was answering questions for 30 of it. And
Okay, that's fine. That means you would have gone over if you didn't.
Yeah.
If you had 30 minutes worth of questions to
Yeah.
answer.
But yeah, so then people asked a lot of questions. I was able to go through them. I showed them the September. They were asking what's an example?
September 11th.
Yeah. They were like, what's an example of your work? And I'm like, I'm gonna show them September 9th. So I showed them the September 9th when I gave them the backstory. Everyone found it pretty funny. So that was good.
Wait, which September 9th one?
The one on my channel, the one for In Focus.
The one that was banned?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
not the
so-
one for Infocus.
So the sequel, not the
Not the one
sequel,
from
yeah.
Tampa. Not the banned pho.
But they
the
liked it.
standalone sequel.
Yeah.
But Beck, give me an example. How much info did you actually give them? What did you say?
I was like, here's how a keyframe works. Here's how to make the ball move right through keyframes. Here's how to make it scale up through keyframes. I taught them masks, and then that's it. It was keyframes, the basic controls, and then masks. And then they had a lot of questions about how it actually works and how Premiere works. But I was
Beck,
yeah.
You misunderstand me. I don't say what you did in the presentation. What info did you give them about September 9th?
I was like, sorry. No. I told them like 1 year ago, our fan stands stormed over to the other team's stands, and then we had to shut the game down, and everyone started laughing. I'm like, I did like a 1 year retrospective. I went to the thing. I saw they had new security guards there. They laughed at that part. Like that's something you can just like show anyone, and the backstory is just like really funny.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that's not all I did in Focus that week or this week.
Whoa.
We can talk about the Beck Lions Writers
was there,
Guild
I
of
saw it.
America strike.
Unfortunately, let me give a little bit of context before you actually talk about it.
Yeah.
The day it was going to air, actually no, the night before, Beck Lyons told me. I told Beck Lyons I have a test tomorrow, and Beck Lyons said it's gonna be so good. The teacher's just gonna play it on loop, and you won't have to do the summative. Day of the airing, I show up to class. She's like, "Everybody sit down, get ready to watch and focus." I'm sitting down. I was like, I tell her, somebody told me that the segment today is so good that you're just gonna play it on loop. And she was like, "Really? Let's see about that." And then she played it, and then she did not play it on loop. So
No.
that sucks. And then I wrote an essay, and it was not as good as my first
your
speech,
dick?
where I was just racist.
No.
No, because the first speech I had the first like essay for my first summative, I had to write something from like the description of like as if I was like a radical Southerner in the time.
Wow.
So
Okay,
it's like
so
so
That's, like,
basically
very
I was
easy for
supposed to be
you.
like I was supposed to be racist. This time I just had to talk about how the economy shaped the Civil War, which I'm not as confident about.
Mm,
So, Nikola,
not
give
as
us a little
confident about
banjo
this.
singing
You are being
racism.
racist.
no, he's not pulling
Oh,
up
let me
biggest
give
cover
you-
again.
No, let me give you my favorite line.
Oh my
From
god.
that from actually let me just give you the last couple like the last sentence of the summative. All right, here it is.
Mm.
Bro, the
Um
light
Wait,
is so
Nikola.
harsh on Nicola's face.
Yeah,
Because
your
I leaned
lighting
into my
was pretty
monitor.
weird.
Guys, he's super racist because he's super white.
Give me a
essentially.
second. Give me a second. It's not working. I gotta find where does it start?
Okay, so the package was about the Writers Guild of America strike, which started in like
May
May
2nd.
and then ended in around end of September, and I go over like
Okay, here you go.
Oh, yeah?
I got it. You ready? Ready? Here you go. John Brown is a violent terrorist and shows why we as the South must secede from the Union in order to maintain our way of life and economy from the violent North. John Brown's actions throughout the years has shown his evil nature, beginning on May of 1856 when Kansas was taking democratic measures to decide on slavery, allowing the people to vote so that the people may decide why slavery should be allowed. John Brown decided he would not let democracy get in the way of his goals and went to Kansas along with his sons. He then proceeded to murder 5 Southerners who were innocent, with families voting for what they believe in and for what was right. Furthermore, John Brown was not content with the blood of Southerners. He wanted to spread more chaos. In order to achieve this goal, he decided the best course of action would be to start slave revolts around the country. But in order to do this, he required weapons. These weapons he would find in the Federal Armory in Harper's Ferry. On October 16, 1859, John Brown enacted his plan, descending on the town with his supporters and taking hostages as they approached the armory, until he was finally stopped by the courageous citizens of that town. John Brown's violent and deplorable actions mark him in history as an evil, a terrorist who will stop at nothing to get what he wants. This alone would be concerning if it wasn't for the North promoting and supporting these actions. As shown clearly in a letter from Maria Child to John Brown while he was imprisoned, it stated that she honors your generous intentions. I admire your courage, moral and physical. This proves how the North believes in these violent actions. I ask you, if murder, hostage taking, and disrupting democracy are considered admirable by the North, then how long until more of them start to take up arms and attack us? If we want to maintain our very way of life and our economy, then the only reasonable thing we can do is secede from the violent North, the North that creates and propels these terrorist Souths. If we do not secede now, then how long until there's another John Brown, 10 John Browns, or 100? We cannot allow our lives to be controlled by those that are happy with our deaths. For the safety and security of the South, we must secede.
Okay, if Nikola doesn't
Nikola-
read
wait,
a
wait, wait,
long
wait,
piece
wait,
of
wait, wait,
text,
wait, wait.
it isn't a Celsius podcast episode.
If Nikola was
It's-
found in a lynch mob, I wouldn't be
Oh my
surprised.
God.
What the fuck?
That's
Alright, what the
crazy.
Can
fuck?
we get back to the WGA strike package?
No.
But isn't that good? I got full credit for that. I got 20 out of 20.
Wow.
Okay,
The
how
teacher
racist
apparently.
is your teacher exactly?
Nicola, remind me to send you my my like storybook we have that I made in sophomore
Yeah.
year about John. It's about
No,
John
but it's really
Brown
funny because literally the
and
following
Frederick
day,
Douglass.
literally the following day, the teacher basically said my how long until there's more John Browns, 10 John Browns line, like word for word.
Wow.
Damn. So, Nicola, is your teacher a racist? I assume
She's
so.
a white woman from Palo Alto.
So probably. So
A white woman from Palo Alto. Emphasis on Palo Alto.
emphasis on white woman. Anyway, Beck, talk about the writer's strike and in
All
focus.
right, I could finally get back to the actual In Focus stories. So,
What the fuck
I-
is in focus? Explain it to the people at home.
fuck you, Nikola.
We have.
So,
No.
it basically covers the timeline of the writer's strike and basically what they wanted. They were fighting against all the major studios, and then eventually what they won, and then basically saying unions are good at the end. But I think the main selling point was the amount of random details I put in there that took me hours. So
Yeah.
So let's
Like the
first talk
Beck
about.
flicks?
I'm gonna talk about like the ones that are like the biggest time sinks. So when the first package starts, I'm like, what if I make fun of like these random video essays by saying, in 1890 the first film camera was invented. Then I say a lot of other boring stuff happened, and in the
Can I ask you something?
yeah.
What in that timeline? What are all the images?
Oh, they
Yeah.
all correlate to the right decades in the timeline. So I have
Oh, really?
Star Wars,
Wow.
I have My Neighbor's Totoro, I have Weird Al at the end, I have Spider-Verse, I have Whiplash. I couldn't count all of them. It took me like 3 hours to make it all work.
Okay, I need to go back and watch it at like 0.5,
Yeah.
0.25 speed.
I can send you also the raw file if you just want to scroll through it, because there's a ton of motion blur on it. You can't even tell.
I can't look at it because
Yeah.
I'm on Premiere. I mean, if you share your screen later, I'll
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I had the Beck flicks slide that I made.
Big fan of Beck.
Oh, I love Backflix so much. I
Wait,
went
let me see.
through
I'm gonna
it
pull
and
up the
I
image.
was-
This took me unironically 6 hours. So it is basically this shows up for 5 seconds of the thing, but I'm just like, it'll be really funny. So I made parody joke titles of all of like my
I think
favorite
I
shows
did
and
see a
movies.
lot of it. Yeah,
Like
let me
the
see.
Peak House.
Yes, I
Two-piece.
was-
He is literally
The
me.
Peak House has
More
officially
accurate
been
Weird
referenced
Al.
in Focus.
Where is Peak House?
is
Where
in
is
the
Peak
Beck,
House?
I want
Let me
you to
see it.
list off all of them now.
Don't do that.
Okay.
No,
Beck, I-
two piece,
First,
not two
we have
piece.
Fox
Beck, I want
News,
you-
which is a parody of Succession.
Back.
Yeah?
I want you to know that two-piece is already a reference that's been made in Craig of
Alcoholic
the Creek.
whores.
Yeah, okay.
The
I
Peak
fucking get that.
House.
No, that all the ones at the bottom were the ones that I'm like, these aren't the best. But I have like,
Beck, you
Um,
literally made every single one of these.
yeah,
Funny
alcoholic
lawyer
horse,
man.
mad marketer, so you think you know chess, wait the bomb kills people, average band practice, he is literally me, lore accurate Weird Al, capitalism, show got destroyed because of
Can you just
residual
send me the
write-off.
image? Wait, the bomb kills people. That's actually so fucking funny.
I'm glad I put Infinity Train in there
It's
because
such a
this is actually
shitpost
talking
image.
about residuals, and Infinity Train was killed because they didn't want to pay the animators residuals.
Yeah.
90% Ants, which is Hunter x Hunter, League of Legends but good, Arcane, Chernobyl, Radiation is bad. Hey, remember this movie from your childhood? I Always Come Back, FNAF, The Peak House,
FNAF.
Depressing, Groundhog's Day, Palm Springs, Apocalypse in 3 hours and 22 minutes, Funny Lawyer
What's that?
Man. Oh, the Apocalypse Now.
Oh, okay.
Funny Lawyer Man, Actually Good Late Night, Heads or Tails, Demands Denied, and Two Piece.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Peace.
Beck is a watcher of John Oliver because he's like 50 or some reason.
Fuck up.
But
People-
so Beck,
Back line's 50 years old.
Wow. Okay. So that
Beck,
took
you're
me
like,
so
so how
long
long
to
did
make.
okay,
And
yeah.
like, but when I was showing it to In Focus for my rough draft, everyone loved it. Like, they paused and just read through all of them. Like, the people that notice it, it's so funny. And also, the people that like didn't even notice it, I showed them to them after, like, no fucking way you did all this work for it. So
Yeah.
I felt
Bet
really
that's like the
proud.
reaction for every Beck package ever. No way you did all this fucking
I
work
know.
for
That's
school.
literally what people are telling me. Like, bro, why the fuck do you put so much work into these?
Because he says that's what makes it good.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
why it's actually
The
better than
funniest joke
everybody
is
else's.
one that like 90%
He's
of
the
people
only
will
one that
miss.
actually puts work into stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beck, no, I'm confident that your packages are like maybe 100 times
Wow.
better than all
A
the
gun
other
rack.
packages.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the gun rack because
They
I
really
don't
are
own
though. Like
many
I've
guns,
literally
let alone
seen the other
a gun to
ones,
necessitate the use
and
of the
they're
gun rack.
like not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I assume your packages are way better than the rest because like none of them are as
Yeah.
interesting or like thought out.
Yeah.
But
And
so
I
can we get
wanna-
to
I
some
try to-
reaction?
I like it
Can we get
was
some
so funny
reactions?
because like not to dunk on Henry, but when I was first making the storming package, I was like, okay, maybe we need a joke here. I was like, I don't really like put jokes in my packages. I don't. I'm like, wait, you don't put jokes in your package? How are you gonna keep people like engaged? You need funny jokes.
Yeah, these are high school students.
And then
they're not even smarter than 5th graders.
And then so many people, I think the funniest joke that everyone pointed out to me was the chat GPT user one.
Anonymous chat GPT
Like
user
so many
return.
people were like
He
so
makes
many
the
teachers were
return.
just like, hey, I recognize you. It was you. You were the chat GPT user.
And 100% nobody remembers it from last year.
No, some people were like, hey, you did that again. I'm like,
Okay,
it was
yeah.
reference to last year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, everyone in
Only-
Focus found it hilarious, but the teacher was like, I don't remember, but like, no, because like he doesn't get the joke, but like everyone in like my grade found it so funny.
Because they all remember
Yeah.
you.
Beck, this is a multi-layered joke. You have the from last year, but it's also you making this package.
Yeah, it is also me making
So-
this package, and it's also a joke about me being so heavily biased.
Yeah, it's because it's so obviously you in the chat GPT.
Yeah, and
thing.
it literally
'cause
says
I rem-
anonymous ChatGPT user, definitely not Becca Lyons in the subtitle. If anyone didn't know.
Yeah, because guys, a reference to episode.
I didn't even have time to say what you said. I couldn't even have time to listen to what you say.
I don't
in that
really
clip.
think that's a good
so
idea.
quick.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's just all
I
you
put
say.
the heaviest encoding filter on it, so people couldn't even like tell what I was saying.
It's so obvious as your voice, though. They can still hear your voice.
Yeah,
This is a reference to
this
episode
episode was on
15.
purpose, so it was great.
This is episode 15 because that's when we mentioned that's the episode where we talk about Beck is not anonymous chat GPT user.
Beck, what happened to you talking about AIs being so bad with your AI voice?
Yeah, Beck, are you a scab, Beck? Are you a scab?
I know. How are you a scab, Beck? Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I literally say I don't think it's
Why
a
would you
good
do that?
idea in the video.
Yeah, by the one that anonymous ChatGPT user who uses AI. Damn.
Anonymous.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Anonymous. That would
Shut
have
the
been
fuck
funnier.
up, you little bitch. You little fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up.
You should have misspelled anonymous.
Yeah.
Nobody would get it.
So there was that, and then what else?
Okay.
Is that High School Musical?
But
No,
Beck,
it's
I have a
Wayne's
question.
World.
So
Yeah.
Why
so
is
Beck,
it so low quality?
How did
Why
you
is it
know?
lacking so much?
What were, like, the
guy in
reactions
the hat
to it?
that said Wayne's World.
This hat?
Yeah.
What
So
the
Beck,
fuck
what
is
were the
Wayne's World?
reactions to the
Who the fuck is
package
Wayne?
generally?
Bruce
Oh,
Wayne?
all the people
No.
in Focus loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like all the teachers that I said like made like joked about the AI stuff. And it seems like people really loved it. Like after it aired, I was at brunch, people like that was probably the best in Focus package I've ever seen.
The people in my class did not really care at all.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
lie.
you know why
I've heard a
thing
lot
is-
of people either liked it or they didn't like it.
Okay.
Why would they not like it?
Well, they just didn't care.
Okay, yeah,
about
no.
it, is what I mean.
Here's the thing. People automatically don't think In Focus is necessarily going to be good, or
No.
they're just not
Yeah.
going to care about it. So, as long as I can be like better than what they expect it to be, I'll consider it good. like
Back next time you make a package, can you start it off with a loud sound saying Beck Lions package? And
Beck Lions package will appear on screen in 3, 2, 1.
You get the whole room cheering. Yeah.
I want to
genuinely
scream out. Everybody will make fun of me, but I'll scream out, yeah, it's Beck Lions.
Yeah.
That would get immediately
I mean, you're the main editor now, right? They hired you because your editing is so good.
I am technically the multimedia manager in charge of basically any editing help and stuff like that. Like, I'm making the new In Focus intro, and it's looking fire.
Like, you're literally just like an editing guru over there, you know?
Yeah, no, I
just like you rose the ranks so fast.
Okay, guess what? I remember
3 years
saying to me, Beck, you're gonna get a random roll, get walked on by everyone else because you're a first year, and then I'm fucking owning the place.
I know. I don't know what the fuck he was expecting.
But Beck, are you?
I mean, did he genuinely go up to you and say that you're gonna get walked all over?
No,
I did not even say.
He did not say those exact words, but it was something like that.
So did he say that to like everybody or like just to you?
Oh, he said it like the podcast one time or during video production.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anyway, but Beck, how you are you directing any of the shows or are you just anchor?
I have done the teleprompter a couple times. I've done anchoring.
Teleprompter sucks.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying, but they asked me to do it, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing anything else this period. I'm down.
Teleprompter?
But
what
and then now we're starting work on our new package. And it's crazy.
And
because someone actually came up to me and was like, hey, do you want to work on a package together? I'm like, bro, I'm so good.
Oh,
people are asking to do packages with me.
Damn.
Okay,
they all want to see your package. Everybody wants to see Beck Lions package.
That literally happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
What happened even better to me? Because 2 people both asked me to work with me on packages.
Damn, why does everybody want to see Beck Lions package? Why does everybody want to see Beck Lions package?
Because it's rock hard.
Wait, what have we been? How about what have we been watching? Because we've been talking about this.
The teaser for my next
yet.
package.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it is going to be
because even I don't know it.
About BoJack Horseman.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me.
How would they even allow that in Focus?
The creator of BoJack Horseman went to Gun.
Yeah, he's had a segment on In Focus before.
No, he went to Gun.
What? No, he didn't.
He went to Gun.
No, because remember he had a PA with Steve.
I am researching this package right now. He went to Gun.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fun. Whatever.
He just it was a co-career speaker month between Pally and Gun.
Well, that's fun that you went to that you're doing a package on that.
Yeah,
you get to do on one of your favorite shows.
I get to do it on one of my favorite. No, I was really like, I was like, bro, I can't think of any package ideas. Let's just think about what I love because I talk about the writers, which is something I followed, and I'm passionate about. I'm like, hey, the guy who made BoJack Horseman went to a school like 5 minutes away from us, and that is what I consider to be like one of the best shows ever made. And no one like knows that he went there. No one even knows that like he created it.
Does nobody remember the what when I was in freshman year?
Yeah, some people
when the actual creator came on. How does nobody remember that? That's what got me to watch the show.
It was a pre-recorded Zoom interview.
Yeah, and then after that I watched the entire show that summer.
Yeah,
and I finished the entire show in like a month.
I'm gonna do a package, say like how good BoJack Horseman is, the story of this guy who did it, and just all that.
You think you can get an interview with him?
I cried. I lived.
If I laughed. Talk to the guy, that'll be so good.
He's gonna cream his pants.
He's gonna
lived. I laughed.
But guys, imagine if he talked to the creator of the Owl House.
No
way he's talking to Dennis.
But since you have been talking about, Nikola, shut the fuck up.
What do you mean? I live, I laugh, I love.
Yeah.
But since Beck, we've been talking about Beck's In Focus stories. I think Beck can provide us a good transition to what we've been watching.
Yeah.
So, talk about what you've been watching.
Okay, so the main thing that I watched was the hour and 42-minute episode 47 that I wasn't on. So I can give my thoughts on that.
I'd love to hear your thoughts, Beck.
Pro tip to anyone: do not just singularly watch a podcast. Do something else while you're listening to a podcast. Because I was trying to like
those of you listening to the podcast,
and like
those of you guys just watching the podcast right now, leave, do something else, but listen to us.
Beck does not know podcast literacy.
Okay, yeah, but no, I thought like, okay, maybe I'll be like cool, and I'll be like,
no, you just have to
constantly
pretend
watching
that you're
and trying
actually
to react to it, bro.
No, Beck, what you had to do, you had to pretend that you were.
Bro,
you had to pretend like you were actually. You had to pretend like you were actually there, and you were like talking to them.
You realize
just,
I included
like,
a Hassan Piker clip in my strike package.
I did.
What the fuck is Hassan?
He's like this Twitch streamer who's like very political, but he got
Adam, the Hassan guy, yeah.
He got Adam Conover on for like an interview about the thing, and Adam Conover made some really good points, and I'm like, I want to include this in my package, so I did Hassan Piker in the bottom right of it.
Hassan has some really stupid fucking takes.
I will agree with that. But what else? Oh yeah. So like I was like trying to like only watch this and react to it without doing anything else. But like, bro, it's so fucking hard. Cause like there's like it's so hard to like talk about it because guess what? You guys aren't talking. I can't bounce off you guys.
We are talking.
They are talking. They're just not responding to you.
You're not responding to me. I was like,
exactly.
Aiden, what do you think about this? And you just kept talking. Like you couldn't even hear me. It was crazy.
Beck, did you like my little owl house story?
I did like your owl house bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot you actually did watch the entire thing.
Yeah. I did watch the entire thing.
My teacher is an Owl House fan.
That's crazy.
No, okay, it's fake, right?
No, it's
not fake. It's real.
Okay. No, it's real.
I fucking believed
She's a real human being.
The time, and then I realized no, it's a fucking bit.
She's a human person.
Wait, what are you talking about? No, Beck, it's actually real.
Stop fucking gaslighting me, Uri. Stop.
No,
it's real.
Lying. I'm not.
Did you not even watch it? Did you not even watch the podcast? It's real.
No,
you don't even watch the podcast.
Are you saying his teacher isn't real?
Bro, I will fucking fly to Ithaca, New York, and ask your teacher.
Beck, in
she
all
loves
seriousness,
the Owl House. She probably loves it more than you.
Beck, he's a teacher in fantasy and fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Beck, no, in all seriousness, it is real. I did see Ida the Owl House on the board, and that's that.
No,
it's real.
You're fucking gaslighting.
It's real,
bro. I'm not.
I don't understand why you can't accept that it's real, Beck.
Uri is not this creative, okay?
Lying.
My mind is fucking falling apart. I don't know what is real anymore.
Okay, Aiden, we're gonna move on from Beck. Aiden, you talk about something you've been watching.
Okay, I've only watched a couple things, and there's gonna be some overlap. So I'm gonna talk about the one that I liked the most. Disney recently celebrated their 100th year anniversary. Yeah. So they made a short film called Once Upon a Studio. It's about Michael Rat, Mickey Mouse. He jumps out of a painting. He's like, come on, everybody, let's go take a group photo. And then
what's your Mickey voice so good?
What do you mean? Why is it so good? Because it's Mickey Mouse. And so everyone goes, and all the characters from like 100 years, they all collect together, and they all go, and then they go take a photo. That's the plot. It was really good. If they made a movie like that, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. It would be their first good movie in years. Because
that's what the Chip and Dale movie should have been.
Yeah,
it would be their first good movie in years. Because instead of just repeating an old story but making it live action, it's actually like a new story.
Yeah,
so true.
I did. One thing that I thought was, it did feel a bit modern sided. You know what I mean? Like they showed a lot more of like the more modern characters a lot more.
Like who?
Like they had, I don't know. I felt like you had like 8 different times you saw Frozen characters, but only saw one Atlantis character.
Okay, because they're not popular.
Okay, but like I wanted to see my boy Milo more.
Okay, but does anyone how many of you guys have seen Atlantis?
I haven't seen it.
Who the fuck is Atlantis?
Okay.
See that?
Okay.
Atlanta?
Point taken.
Atlantis is fucking state.
But I did.
Okay, the only modern characters I can think of that actually got like a voice line is like Maui, Moana, Elsa, Anna, Ralph, and that's like
Ralph one was really.
And Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It
I went
Ralph.
Baymax, but like,
Oh yeah, no,
those are all
BMO.
really
I thought the
important.
Baymax one was the elevator
BMO
gag
is
was
in
pretty cool.
Disney.
The elevator, okay, because it had why am I blanking on his name? It had the robot from
BMO and
Meet the
Disney. That
Robinsons,
can't
and
be
he had a
real.
voice
Oh,
line.
the hat, right?
No, the robot.
Ah,
He had a voice line, and I was
Mm.
like, yo.
okay.
I also
But-
liked how they had the old Donald voice, which I thought was interesting. Which is weird because they have the newer Mickey Mouse.
Sorry, I'm
voice,
talking to
which
the
is
people in my
Dimitropoulos or
I'm
whatever.
talking to the people in my boat tomorrow, and they're like, all right, we gotta get ready like it's a real race. We're gonna wear our unis, we're gonna wear our full uniforms, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna absolutely kill everybody. And then people were like, and then like they made a group chat and they were like asking like, but why are we doing that? And he was like, because 90% of winning is looking cool.
So true.
That is true.
Factual. That is facts. That's why Beck is not cool.
Yeah, I'm just too hot.
I really just
He's-
gonna take that, but oh, isn't that the opposite though?
Yeah, no, it's
I
an
don't know.
integer overflow. I'm so hot that I'm uncool.
Yeah.
Integer overflow. It is
but-
reset to -1.
So did you like them? This what like the anniversary like kind of like special? I guess you could call it.
Yeah. So because they had it had hybrid like 2D animation plus the 3D animation. They had the original voice actors return if they could. If not, they used old archive footage or in video. So like
They had Robin
they
Williams.
they had a Robin Williams clip that was just like left over from Aladdin that they never used. They reused that. There's a scene with Mickey where he talks to like a portrait of Walt.
Yeah.
Walter White.
Yeah. Oh God. That was a really heartwarming moment. I really liked that.
Yeah. For me, I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I didn't like the part like after like the camera fell down and they like, guys, we all gotta sing when you wish upon a star.
Beck, you suck. You should not be alive. You should get off the podcast. That was the best part when all the characters are singing "Wish Upon a Star." What are you talking about, Beck? Are you insane?
I like the more
Yeah, Beck,
comedic parts of it. Okay.
Beck, you're stupid.
Beck, you're so insane.
just doesn't have
virtually insanity right here. You're insane.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Fuck
Beck,
you,
I don't
Beck.
know how you didn't like the part where all the characters were singing
Beck,
"When You Wish
Beck,
Upon a Star."
Beck, I need you to leave for like 1 minute. Just leave. Yeah, it's punishment. It's punishment. Beck, no, Beck, leave.
Beck,
Get the
Beck,
fuck
leave
out
Beck.
of here.
Water, fuck you.
Get out. Go.
I need to go to the bathroom, so
Leave.
Nikola and Uri, you guys can talk.
Okay, so Nikola.
Why are you a pedophile? Why are you in prison?
I'm not in prison. I'm not wearing anything. It's not an orange shirt. It's a regular shirt for. I don't know
Why
what
were
it says
you
on this
arrested for
shirt.
pedophilia?
I'm not. Stop saying I am. You're a fucking puppet. You're a puppet. You're just a puppet. You're just a puppet.
Speaking of which, new episode. Their puppets return.
we need
something weird.
We need Beck to talk about it.
Yeah, we need them to come back for that.
Well,
I
not
guess I
Aiden.
can talk about I can talk about how I watched my little bit watching Loki new episode because
Okay.
Wait,
I didn't really watch it.
Got Aiden kicked off.
That Uri's a pedophile.
What the fuck did I miss?
No, Nikola, there's a movie out that's based off the book you're reading. Isn't it called like The Boys on the Boat or something?
Yeah.
Yes, that's coming out on December 25th. That's what I've been saying.
Well, I'm not going
Yeah.
on
I wanna
Christmas to
watch
watch
it.
a Bowie
It is
movie.
called it's coming out on Christmas Day.
That's not
It
gonna get a
is.
lot of.
The Boys in the Boat. It's the story about how the Washington crew from 1930 went on and won the Olympics in 1936 in Berlin against Hitler.
There's another movie like that, but for like track. It's called like Race.
Yeah, but fuck that. That's not rowing.
Okay, but like I watched that during. I see we're both back from our exiles.
Yeah, we're both back.
Okay,
well, mine
so-
wasn't an exile. Mine was just a potty break.
Oh,
Well, that potty break ends you, Aiden. We're gonna move on to.
Yep.
We're gonna move on to Gen V and Loki.
I
Wait,
watched
can I mention
Yeah.
though that? Can I mention though that I almost cried? Like I got teary.
Oh,
during
really?
What?
Gen V.
I just
Wow.
yep, during Gen V.
Yeah.
Not the thing that I was talking about.
Really?
No, he hasn't
It was-
seen
it was-
Gen V. Nikola, during watching the special.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really heartwarming, and the last scene was
What's
Okay,
pretty.
I'll
special?
say it was heartwarming. I just wish it was more comedic.
It was comedic. What do you mean?
Like-
What about when Ralph said
Okay, but,
said
like, I
no problem,
want-
Garfield?
I feel like you could have just like, I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe,
either.
maybe don't trust my
because
media
you have
criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack doesn't know how even how to watch a podcast correctly. Okay, but
I mean,
let's
he's not wrong.
in all reality, let's talk about since I'll put it in the conversation. Let's talk about Loki first. So
Okay,
That
I'll
kicks
go
me
first
out of
because
this
I've watched the least of
conversation.
it. Because I have watched the
Wow.
least of it. I watched as I always have for everything Disney Plus nowadays, since I don't have it and we haven't made the Disney Plus
No, I
account.
watched less than you, Nicola. I watched
Yeah, because you've
nothing.
watched none of it. I watched the new Rockstars breakdown of the
You
episode,
watched
New
the
gives
the
me-
Ahsoka finale through
which
that.
basically, yeah, I did the same thing for the Ahsoka finale, which basically lets me watch the video, lets me watch the show, except somebody keeps interrupting and being like, "You see that little guy in the background? That might be H.H. Holmes, and he might have just killed 3 people."
Wait. Sherlock Holmes?
H.H.
No,
Holmes, you
H.H. Holmes.
dumbass. The serial
Like
killer?
the serial killer, H.H. Holmes.
So that's not Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, there is
Sherlock
some real
Holmes.
there's
Did you
some
say
real cool
Sherlock-
details. Like
Sherlock
when
Holmes?
they open up when they look at a magazine and the side one of the sidebars is a hotel and it's put out by H.H. Holmes, and then right below it is life insurance, which is kind of funny.
Funny. Okay, but Aiden, you saw the
Wait, is that the one
episode,
where he like
right?
opened a
I did.
hotel and then started like killing the guests?
Yes, it was called the murder. It was like the murder tower because
Didn't
he
they
killed like
base like
9
a
people.
video game off that? Because I feel like I've heard of it.
Probably he's a pretty famous fucking murderer.
Mm.
Okay, so I'll just explain the plot of this episode.
Yeah, I actually
so
do
in
know
this
that.
So in this episode, Renslayer and Miss Minutes go to like
Right, it's this episode, and they're both horny.
yeah.
So true.
18 they go
I
to
don't,
like
I don't know how to describe it in another
they
way.
go
I'm
to like
confused.
let me just explain it. They go to 1868 and they give like this time variance authority book to a young Kang variant. And but then they
It's specifically the one from the Quantum Mania end credit scene.
No, but he becomes that because they give the book to him.
yeah.
Did you
That's
even
what I
watch the new
thought. Like,
Rockstars
I
breakdown?
watched like the first 5 minutes.
Basically, what Kang did is he set out a bunch of variants, like baby variants of himself throughout the sacred timeline that like wouldn't affect the sacred timeline unless they were like activated by giving them the books. And in this case, they activated him by giving the book.
That's
Mm.
a
that set
really
him off
cool
into a-
idea.
Yeah.
And that's because they initially find the guy, it says sacred timeline. That means it's the main timeline. Then they give him the book, and when they return later, then it says branch timeline.
Oh,
Mm.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. That's
They've
cool.
been
But
having
anyway,
those in the
so-
subtitles recently. It says the time and then it
Yeah.
says which branch
Yeah.
it is.
You know, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm getting kind of confused with all this Kang variance shit and all the timelines.
That's like all of Kang's. Kang's whole thing is that like he's not as powerful as Thanos, but he's just really hard to get rid of because there's just infinite
Yeah.
versions of him.
But and
That
so
is like
it's,
his
it
entire.
is.
If you're tired of that, you're just not gonna like. You just don't like.
I'm not tired of it. I'm just getting confused by it because there is a lot.
Yeah,
of
it's kind of supposed to be confusing. That's kind of the point.
Okay. But let me just talk about the episode. So they go back to like, but then they time travel forward to like the World's Fair in like 1893 or something, and then Loki and Mobius, they also go back in time too, because the temporal loom of like I guess the TVA is like breaking apart, and they need to get like Miss Minutes to help.
Yeah, they need the blast doors to be opened by her or something.
Alternatively, they can use the energy of
a
the
Kang.
guy.
Alternatively,
of a
they could
Kang.
suck my cock.
Of a Kang variant to
Mhm.
to do that, and so that's what they're trying to do, and so then they come upon what was his name,
Victor Timely.
Victor Timely. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so they find Victor Timely. So and Victor Timely, he's a much different Kang, and he's a much different Kang because he kind of like talks weirder, like he's like the thing about
He has a stutter.
yeah. And and but yeah. and so he has a stutter, and so but then Miss Minutes and like Renslayer they go away. They kind of like run away with Victor Timely.
Yeah, great. Keep going.
Uh-huh. And so yeah, that's what's happening with Victor Timely. And Victor Timely,
Yeah,
if you
we gotta love my boy
Victor
Victor
Timely.
Timely.
Mhm.
Imagine his name wasn't Victor Timely, but
Yeah,
no,
that would kill my immersion.
so it's found out that Miss Minutes is horny for Kang, and she's like, "Why didn't you
Mhm.
make me into a body?" And then she gets like really sexual with him, and he's like, "Oh, I, that wasn't me. I'm sorry." And then
I like the scene when the racist and the assaulter talk to each other. That was really cool. Yeah, when Jonathan Majors and Tara Strong had a conversation together.
Ah,
Mm, yeah, and so now I'm
They
getting to
did not recast him or her.
yeah,
So
they're not. They're probably gonna because now they pre-shot Loki a while ago, so that was
Mhm.
before the whole Jonathan Majors thing. So I don't know if they're gonna recast him. I mean, it is called variants,
wait, what
so
was
I
the thing
can
with
see
Tara
that.
Strong? Oh wait,
she's really, really racist.
that's a rip. Oh wait, it's fixed. Nikola?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Am I still unmuted?
No, you're good.
I hope I
You're
didn't fuck
good.
back now.
Can you
yeah.
unmute
Why am
yourself?
I? Oh, I can't. No, I don't have the perms.
Oh,
Yeah, Uri has to.
Only Uri has the
that's
perms.
crazy.
Yeah.
Release me!
And then, but essentially, so that's the time thing. Loki but then Sylvie wants to kill Victor Timely. She's like, they all have to die. And then they get into this confrontation where, like, because
And then
Miss
she gets
Minutes,
on all four. No, wait, no, sorry, I downloaded the wrong version.
and so Miss Minutes it tells Victor Timely to get rid of Renslayer, and then he does. But then Renslayer comes back, and she's like, "You betrayed me, so I'm gonna prune you." And but then Mobius and Loki is like, "Don't prune him, we need him." And it's a confrontation where Sylvie then comes, and Sylvie wants to kill Timely, but he's all like, "That wasn't me. I have like a heart," and like he's like, "Fuck it, I'll let you live, King." And then they bring him back into the TVA, and so they're probably gonna use him temporal to fix the TVA situation. And Renly and
Oh
Miss
yeah, and he
Minutes.
has a stutter.
Yeah, we said that already.
No, you didn't.
And
Yeah, we did.
Well, I was deafened, so I couldn't hear you because you deafened me.
You weren't deafened. You were
Yes,
muted.
I was. You deafened me.
And
I only saw
so
the mute icon.
Release me!
but
Release me!
yeah. And so it was I think it was like the best episode of the season so far, I would say, in my opinion. I think it had the best pacing, but I'm just kind of like, okay, I wonder how it's going to continue on from here, but we're probably going to see like we're going to see how it continues this season. They're probably going to do some more stuff with like maybe another King variant, I think, because I don't think Victor Timely might be the only variant. I think we're gonna so the Miss Minutes and Renslayer I think are probably gonna be the villains of I think. And yeah.
Mm. All right.
Any thoughts?
I
Is
didn't
anyone gonna
see
say
it, but it sounds
Far.
pretty fire.
it was pretty
Um,
good.
I know.
don't
I
know.
heard this was a very good episode.
It was kind of boring.
Really? You thought it was
Okay, well, the plot
Well,
But he was
description
making
sounded interesting.
candles.
Okay,
He was building
okay,
candles.
because he left out the 10-minute exposition monologue between Renslayer and Kang.
Oh yeah, I
So-
think that was also cut out of the new Rockstars video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the 10-minute exposition with Miss Minutes. So like
But Miss Minutes is
The,
horny
the,
for
the,
Kang.
the
You forgot
30
about
minute
that.
sex scene between all of the
so true.
characters.
Yeah, because Miss Minutes really wants to fuck Kang. That's a big
She's
takeaway.
like, I could have been your girlfriend.
I could have been your
That is
girl.
what she says.
And she's like, you just made me as an AI to play chess with, but why don't you want to fuck me?
That is pretty much what she says.
That's great.
But yeah, no, I'm just really I'm just wondering how they're going to continue with the whole Jonathan Majors situation. But because like it is a very interesting concept getting this like one actor kind of like they did with Thanos to be these different roles across a franchise because you got the Quantum Mania
What
one.
do you mean like they did with Thanos? Thanos was just one guy.
But I mean, he would appear in different projects.
He appeared
That's
in
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it was
post-credit
always
scenes
this.
of a couple.
He was in
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Oh yeah.
in a
regularly, but now they're doing kind of like the Thanos idea, but much broader into different projects, which I assume Jonathan Majors got into like probably got a contract to be in all these different things because now he's
I
kind
mean
of
that's
like
kind
a
of Kang's
branching
thing.
villain. So now he's a
Again,
branching villain.
because that's Kang's thing. It's not
Yeah,
that he's more powerful it's just that there's a lot of him and he's everywhere.
but I
And
don't.
he's like a rat infestation. It's just really hard to get rid of him because he's just
Yeah,
everywhere.
but my
Like
thing,
Remy.
yeah, and so I wonder if they're gonna recast him. That's my I don't
They
know.
cannot at
I
this
don't know.
point.
I
They're
mean,
too
it's
far.
called
He's been in way too much.
But it kind of makes sense. There's so many variants.
yeah. They
It's a
can all look
multiverse.
like
There's
him.
infinite possibilities.
Yeah,
It's like with the fucking
so
Rick and Morty voice actors.
Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Guys, speaking of Rick
geez,
and Morty,
guys, we're no longer
guys, speaking of Rick and
C-137.
Morty,
Now
let's
we're
talk about Rick
C-137B.
and Morty. Which okay, so who watched the episode?
I watched half.
Why the half?
Because I started it and then I forgot to finish it.
and then you started at half of Loki.
I have 5 minutes of Loki, so 1/10 of Loki, probably half of Rick and Morty.
Okay,
So
so
Okay,
let's
together
talk
they
about
add up to at least 6/10.
okay, so Rick and Morty season 7 premiere. How poopy guys poop back, and so
Way
Mr. Poopy
too
Butthole reference.
self-referential for me. Like they brought back way too many
Oh,
characters.
it's like actually, I forgot the show's actually.
What do you
like,
mean they
out.
brought back so many characters? They haven't shown up for like 2 seasons. It was
Yeah.
great to see them.
Mm.
We haven't seen Squanchy since like season 2.
yeah,
Who the
that's
fuck
how he
is
died.
Squanchy?
Yeah.
But so
Who the fuck is Squanchy?
Squanch. What do you mean we're Squanchy? It's
Okay,
Tom
so
Kenny.
It's on Hulu, right? And I don't have that. That kind of
Mm.
sucks.
it's not. It's
Okay,
only
it's
on
on
Aiden
Cool Guy
special
Hulu.
Hulu. It's only Cool
Yeah.
Guy Hulu.
Okay, then where are you guys watching it?
I got like
Cable.
the season
Cable.
on Amazon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I lack all of those things.
I've only ever done
But,
that for Better Call Saul. Like,
But
And
Are
the
we ever gonna
Owl House?
find out why your
okay,
cable
yeah,
is so?
that-
I
that
mean,
2
why your
episodes.
Hulu is so
Because
special?
I think I have Hulu Live.
yeah, I think he does. But he had no. We call it special Hulu, Cool Guy Hulu,
Yeah.
sexy
Cool Guy
Hulu.
Hulu.
But essentially, this episode is kind of a parody of how someone like how Stella
And you're not
got her
gonna
group,
slip that in
Stella
and give
got
me
her
the
group back.
password?
And so, but at the end of every last season of Rick and Morty, at least for the few, there's like a post-credit scene with like Mr. Poopy Butthole, like, oh, he lost like his wife and child. And in this episode, he's living at the Smiths and he's like a drunk. And then Beth wants Rick to do an intervention with him, and they're like, "We'll do an intervention," and he'll get some like he gets Eagle Guy, Gene, bird person, he
The
gets bird
neighbor, yeah.
person, Gene, the neighbor, Squanch, and
Gear.
so they're doing intervention.
Gearhead.
Gearhead, yeah, doing intervention, but then
But I thought he like kind of killed half those people.
No.
nah.
Nah.
I
Shut
could have
up.
sworn that he literally killed Gearhead at least.
Yeah, but shut up.
But shut up.
You think they care
Morty.
about the lore?
But
They kind of do though.
they
Now
kind of do.
nowadays they kind of do.
Mm.
But I think there's probably somewhere in it. But so but then Mr. Pooh Buttholes are like, it's my birthday, right, guys? And they're like, yeah, it's your birthday. So then they do like a drunk party. They meet Hugh Jackman, who's voiced by Hugh Jackman, and he makes a bunch of
Which is pretty funny.
he makes
Yeah,
a bunch of
I
Hugh
heard about
Jackman
that.
jokes. He has posters of X-Men, but it's just Hugh Jackman.
That Jackman.
And so essentially,
They
but then,
jack off.
Yeah.
But then they go to Mr. Poopy Butthole's ex-wife's house, so they can try to
Win
get
her
them
back.
win her back. But then it turns out that the PI that Mr. Poopy Butthole has sent to look over his wife, which is like a Predator PI, like from the Predator.
Oh yeah.
He has started dating the wife, and he's like, I'm gonna take my son back. And then they fight.
And so he kidnaps Poopy Jr.
Yeah.
And then they fight.
Then they fight the Predator, but he's all like, I can't let my son. I can't let this happen to my. I can't have my bad image of me as in my son's eyes. And then like they stop fighting, and then
Kind of
like,
generic.
and then Mr. Poopy Butthole is like, you know what? I think I'm gonna restart my life now on a good step. But and then they all like fade away, and then there's the post credit scene is of like Gene's tractor that's been
His
killing
lawnmower, yeah.
the lawnmower that's been killing the city. It's going on a rampage, and a cop's like, "This is my last stand."
It's not a cop. It's like a sheriff cowboy.
But and then yeah, that's the show. But overall, it was, I would say, as far as premieres go, it was an okay premiere, I would say.
I think though I wasn't as I like it was a good episode, but I wasn't thinking about the episode as much, but more the voices, right?
I
Yeah,
could
I would
tell
say,
in a
yeah.
couple places it felt unnatural.
Yeah, I would say
It's
Morty was
yeah, but
pretty good for what we
well,
got.
yeah, I don't think there's enough Morty yet to really
Yeah.
judge it. Rick is good.
Rick
The
is
poopy
good, but
butthole was good
in
also.
a few soft spots, I would say.
Wait,
There is some weak points. I
Butthole
guess
is
when
different?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
because
I
he was
couldn't
also
tell.
voiced by Royland.
Mm.
Yeah. But
And
he sounded good.
but
I
overall,
will survive.
I would say that as far as like season premieres go, it was okay, because what I feel with Rick and Morty is that if it has like kind of a weak season premiere, it has like a bigger finale, and if it has like a bigger finale, it has like kind of a smaller like a big if it has a bigger premiere, it has like a smaller finale, because like season 3, that was a really big premiere, and a kind of like a regular finale. Season 5 kind of middling,
At first, I was
kind of
afraid.
middling
I was
premiere,
petrified.
but had like a really big finale with Rick and Morty. So I think it's like it flip
Wait,
flops if
what was
it's
the season 5
big.
one again?
It was the time
They're
door
floating in
Narnia
space.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Season 5, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's either, I feel like it either has a really big premiere or a really big finale, and that's kind of the
And then
thing.
season 6 had that big premiere with like them going to the different
Yeah.
dimensions, and then the finale was just, hey guys, we dropped a lightsaber the wrong way.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't even watch that episode.
This is not good.
Can I have a
And-
really cool transition?
I'd love to hear your transition.
Transition!
So,
But overall,
Transition!
wait, can I get my last thought?
yeah.
No.
I think I like the voices well enough. I do think it might bring some like new life into this season, maybe.
I don't think it will until the next season, because
Really?
they didn't get to ad lib. They didn't get to ad lib anything. Everything was yeah. Oh yeah, they're at the product placement part.
This is the one
Little,
scene I know
yellow.
from Wayne's World.
This is like one of the best scenes.
And but I think I'm excited to see more episodes of the new Rick and Morty, and we'll review them every week like we did with
First I
Harley
was
Quinn,
afraid.
Futurama, and other things. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think I'm excited to see where it goes. And I think for what we got of Morty, we need to judge it more voice. Rick is pretty good, but kind of weak in some spots. And transition, Becky.
All right, I'm ready to talk about Uri's favorite show.
Wait, before you do that, let me fix my light.
Okay, fuck. Okay.
Talk about Uri's favorite show.
No, bro.
Just do it without him.
Can you hear
I'll
us?
never know.
Hey, Uri.
No,
Okay,
we
bro.
can't hear you.
Okay, well, it's not
I can't
actually.
fix my light, but Beck,
Okay.
I have a little. Can I guess what it is?
Yeah.
Is it the bear?
No.
No, why would it be the bear?
And how would that be a good
I don't-
transition from Rick and Morty?
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
Is
do
it
you guys
Futurama?
remember
Because
the
the
Night
writers
Family
were
episode of
cooking.
Rick and Morty?
I do.
What if
remember the
they
Night
made a
Family
show
episode.
about that?
Did you watch The Addams Family?
No.
did you watch Solar
Did you watch
Opposites?
Severance?
Severance.
Did you watch What We Do in the Shadows?
Wow.
Wait, what?
Oh,
you watched
Severance.
Severance? Yeah.
Okay, it's not my
That was
favorite show.
not
I
What
liked
We Do
Okay.
in
it.
the Shadows.
Yeah, you liked it. I was trying to okay.
Yeah, but that's an episode 22 reference.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
At
So
first I was afraid.
I think
was
I'm on
I
episode
honestly
five.
would have I would have waited to hear
Then I got
I would have waited to watch
addicted
Severance
to
until
my
we got news
side.
of season 2. So then it would be a slower break between seasons, but you do you, I guess.
All right.
But
Well,
no, do you get why it's such a good show?
yeah, it's really fucking good. I just finished episode 5. So the main premise of the show is like you have these people, and then when they go to work, they basically forget all the memories of the outside world, and then they have like a completely different personality inside of work. And I don't know, there's like 2 main plot lines. There's like this one guy who escaped the office with his still work personality on the outside, and he's like trying to like reveal all the stuff that's happening in the work because the people outside don't like remember it because they have the different personalities. And then you have this, I kind of think this is a better plot line. They get a new hire, and like the person wakes up on the table and is like, okay, I don't remember any of my memories. This is so fucked. She tries to leave, but she can't, so she feels like trapped here. And we kind of follow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Skipping that, you want to know a good transition?
No, fucking.
You know something else that can't remember memories?
I'm
GenVokI.
gonna fucking.
Here we go.
I want to fucking talk about the show. I watched this instead of Loki. Okay, let me finish.
Talk
Let me
about your
finish.
show
Okay.
back.
And then we
I'll let
follow
you
basically all
finish.
these escape attempts of this girl, and also like see how the world works because she's kind of new to the system. And like she goes like insane all out. Like first she tries to like write a note to the person, that doesn't work. Then she tries to like hide a note inside the tip of a Sharpie and then swallow that. That doesn't work. She tries to like
she like kill herself, right?
yeah, no, yeah. She tries to break a window, and then stick her head through because then, she'll like switch personalities to the other person. Then eventually she threatens to cut off 4 of her fingers with those weird like letter, or those paper flattener things, whatever they are. And they eventually let her like send a message to the person. And then the person is like, "Fuck you! You're not a real person. If you try to cut off my fingers, I will eternally torture you."
Yeah, no, she's a bitch her outside self.
Yeah, it is. She's so evil. It feels fake.
Yeah, no shit.
But then eventually he's like, "Okay, I'm going to hang myself in the elevator."
No.
And then it'll.
That's goated. I do that all the time.
And then it'll like while
Actually,
the
you wanna see a
elevator
problem
goes
for my
up, she'll
latest physics homework?
swap, so the other person on the outside will end up like
You know what's
waking
really
up being
funny?
hanged.
Talking about that, I have a little thing
Yeah?
that's really funny. Today in physics, we had a physics problem. He gave us all this worksheet. The second problem was a girl hangs motionless from the ceiling, suspended by a rope.
No
What?
fucking
And the
way.
No
teacher
way.
and the teacher reads that, and he was like, "Okay, let's hope she's just a gymnast."
That's a fire joke. So
Flip that.
we have that plot line. Eventually tries to kill herself. It fails, and for some reason, even after waking up mid hanging, the girl still won't leave the work and still forces the other girl to go to the work, even though she's like, yeah, she's not gonna do anything worse than try to hang me. I'm like, bro, you're fucking chaotic. You should just fucking leave now.
I was petrified.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool concept that kind of like touches on the commentary of like how we've become so kind of ingrained in our work lives.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of maybe the best shows out there. I guess it is kind of like a really good show because like the way it does mystery is so engaging and so kind
Yeah.
of like
Like,
you really want to know what the fuck is going on here.
yeah,
And
that's why I've been like fucking binging it. I'm like really engaged
yeah,
in the
because I
mystery.
binged it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they have a reveal at the end of the season for her character, and I really like it.
All
But
right. I can't wait. I'll tell you my thoughts
but
on the next episode.
yeah. But let's talk about Gen V.
GenVokI. Now this
GenVokI.
one is
I
basically just
loved it.
going through each character's worst memories, I think, or their
Yeah.
lowest
So,
point.
Okay, So everyone. There's so many of these types of episodes where they go in like characters' brains and whether it be like Inception or like The View from Halfway Down. It's like all these types of episodes where we're saying memory
Yeah.
shit like that. It's like it's not a very original concept, but like, they even do it in like The Boys when Butcher is forced to go into his own head when he's forced by Mindstorm to relive his memories of his brother.
I forgot about
But
that episode. Good point.
Yeah, I can't believe Homelander is alive.
Me too.
Hmm.
but
Oh shit, Soldier Boy, that's his name.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier. Yeah, Nicola actually
Soldier
doesn't know
Boy.
anything.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
It did
Nicola
feel
doesn't-
kind of forced, but I liked it. The Soldier
It
Boy.
did
part.
feel,
Yeah.
but okay. So essentially, for the viewers, where we left off last episode, Kate was revealed to be the person who's kind of like who's mind controlling everyone to forget things. And at the start of this episode, she's bringing back the memories because she feels guilty about it. Our tiny person Emma, who has the power to turn tiny, she runs to go find Sam, who's Golden Boy's brother. They get into a thing where like they fuck, and he imagines her as a puppet.
Yeah.
And
I don't
like,
get
kinda,
like the theme behind that. Why does he fucking see people as puppets?
Because
'Cause
he's
it's
a pup.
funny.
Because they're all fucking puppets, man.
he's
Oh,
mentally
fucking
he's
puppets.
mentally ill. He's mentally ill, Beck. And so that's and he's all
And they
like,
smell like popcorn,
then
and that's not normal.
okay, and Emma's all like, you've never had sex before? What do you think? He's been in a laboratory for like all his life.
No.
Yeah, that's also something I was really confused about.
But essentially, the other gang, but because she's bringing back the memories, Kate, that causes her to like have like kind of like I guess these migraines, and like she falls into like a coma. And so, but then
As they say, the voices become louder.
and
Mm.
so, but then all the rest of the gang also gets stuck in her mind, and then we find out that and the first that they know what's going on, and they look at like a mother who's talking with a police officer, and she says, where is he, Caleb. And that refers to earlier in the season where Kate said, because Kate who has like powers, can touch human skin, she can convince anybody to do anything, and she's like a psychic, like the Charles Xavier kind of levels.
Yeah.
And she revealed that she told her when she found out she had powers, she told her brother who was annoying her to
No,
leave.
that's how she found out she had
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah.
And she told him to leave and to never come back. And then
No.
he did it. And then
Yeah.
her mother's all like, get
And
her
she
away
was
from
like,
me.
Okay,
He
bro.
never listens
Like
to
just
me.
hearing that was so sad. Like to fucking see it, it was hard to watch.
Yeah,
I
it was
burst
hard to
out
watch.
laughing. I was like, haha, little bitch. You should
Especially
kill yourself
it's
now.
It's really fucked up that the mom is scared of the daughter now, even though the mom is the one who put the compound V,
Yeah.
which is a serum that gives superpowers, into her child at birth for money
I mean, yeah,
and
but that also
fame.
kind of makes sense why.
And then
yeah,
they
that's why
fucking have
she
like
said
a
that.
vault door locking her in her room.
For the rest of her life. And then the dean is she's all like it's kind of like a Dumbledore Voldemort moment where Dumbledore found Tom Riddle in like an orphanage, and now we're seeing how like Dean Shetty kind of like mentoring Kate because the gang is in her mind, seeing her memories.
Okay, but like the roles are
Good.
reversed, and like the person adopting her is evil.
Yeah, yeah.
No, well, Snape wasn't really evil. He was just kind of like flawed.
What? No, we're talking Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort.
Oh, what the fuck? When did that happen?
Voldemort.
Anyway, so we kind of find out like Kate is more of like a kind of a tragic figure than we kind of like initially thought. But she is like we getting some like because the way they do this is really interesting because like a lot of this episode is just kind of exposition for what's going on in the entire show. But they do it in an interesting way because we're seeing because now that they're in their head, we're seeing the memories of the other characters. She's that powerful.
Oh, also, they just killed the fucking adult guy.
So
Yeah,
there was
we never see him again.
there
right?
is
Like,
there
we
is a
never,
ch-
like, he literally just fucking dies.
there was a child
And they
that
just
came
don't
with
talk
our
about
main.
it.
There was a child that came with our main gang of Jordan, Marie Blood Power, Jordan Gender Fluid Superpower, and Andre who has Magneto powers. And there was a guy who looks really young, but he's like 27, and that's his superpower. And then got in kind of like collateral damage with them, and then he got killed in the memory.
And if you die in
But
someone's mind, you die in real life.
but but he would still be like his body would still be on the outside. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
don't think they're gonna address it.
might be
He's
an
just a
edit,
vegetable now.
might be an editing error. But
I doubt it.
so
I think
I doubt it. They put some genuine VFX in him exploding.
yeah, but
I
so
was
that
pretty
happens.
fired up in that
So
scene.
here's some of the reveals of this episode I want to go through.
yeah, go through. them all.
So we have our like kind of first reveal that like she was kind of mentored by Dean Shetty, and she kind of looks up to her, and she's like,
Oh, remember I had that theory that that the secret sponsor was actually the sister? I
Yeah.
actually
I
have a
do
better
remember.
theory now. I have a better
Wow.
theory now.
Yeah.
The sponsor is Stan Edgar or whatever,
I
the one
literally
played
said
by
that
Gus
last
Fring. The
episode.
guy played by Gus Fring.
I do
No,
think
I don't
that's a
think.
more likely theory.
Yeah, but I played it better. I said it better.
I don't think
Sure,
it
you
is
could say
because I
that.
think he was in season 3 of The Boys. He was kicked out by Homelander, and I don't think they're gonna bring him back. But
I think that's the
I
whole
w-
point, is that she's trying to find someone else to get onto the 7.
No, he's
yeah,
trying to
no,
find
I think
someone
it's
that
gonna
can
be.
take down Homelander.
But
That too. That's why another thing I think is that by the end of the show, she might be able to like sense the compound V inside people's bodies and rip it out.
bro, literally watched New Rockstar's video on it.
Yes, that's how I watched the show.
But yeah, so let's go through the reveal. Okay, so we got the Dean Shetty Kate one. So we find out that because like after Golden Boy, who had like the flame powers, he died. Andre and Kate, who were like the girlfriend and boyfriend of
No,
Go-
that was before Golden Boy died. They were already
Yeah.
fucked. They already
Can I
fucked once.
say it, Nikola? I was gonna say
No,
it.
because you were saying it wrong. You were saying that
Oh my
it was
God.
after he died.
I was going to do it as a reveal. You know what? I'm muting you again.
Bruh,
Wow.
my man is so butthurt. He
You
cannot
ruined
take
his
a wrong
special
opinion.
reveal, Nikola.
I was gonna
He
do
really
it.
cannot be wrong. Jesus.
Anyway, after Golden Boy died, Andre and Kate started fucking, and then like we were wondering, they were fucking really fast after he died. And it's revealed they were always fucking behind Golden Boy's
Yeah.
back.
I
And
can't believe they would do that to him.
yeah, and so and then because
Why
like
would he do that? Is he acoustic?
You mean like the way sound bounces off walls?
no, he was trying to say
Why would Jake
autistic.
do that? Is he acoustic?
But yeah, and so that's the reveal. So it turns out that Kate has actually been kind of been making Golden Boy lose his memory for a lot of times because like he managed to find out about Sam a lot, and he even had a confrontation with Brink one time where he like threatened Brink, but then
But that was
Jordan-
Jordan's memory.
yeah, and then Jordan but stopped Golden Boy from doing anything further, and presumably he got mind wiped by Kate later. And Jordan could have stopped the whole thing, but she got to be the TA of the guy who died in the first episode, who was killed by Golden Boy, and because she got to be TA, and she feels kind of like bad about that, and so that's like another reveal, and then so now they're just trying to figure out how to get out of Kate's mind, you know? It's like, what are they gonna do? They got to convince Kate to wake up, but she's kind of like hiding and stuff. But then it ends up, Andre's like, he kind of goes to, okay, it says, you have to wake up. You just have to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And then he kind of like,
He's basically like, don't be a little bitch. Wake
Yeah.
the fuck up, samurai. We got a
Wow.
city to burn.
Wow.
Yep.
and so that's, then they wake up, and then they're like, oh, okay, we're good. But then Sam and Emma come back to the room, presumably just in time after they wake up.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
then-
presumably right after. It's like literally right after.
yeah. And so then they,
Like as they comment, they still have fuck hair.
yeah. And so, and everyone knows what fuck hair is. Look at Beck's hair. But
That's
Okay. The very
but
clear
then-
point you're giving. I'm uncool, but I also fuck a lot.
yeah,
that
Beck.
boy's
It's
a
the integer
minor.
overload.
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's
the
that
boy's
integer
a
overload.
minor. That
But
boy's
then,
a minor.
But then Sam looks at Kate because he remembers Kate from all the times she mind wiped him, and he like throws her to the table. But then Andre stops him, and he's like, we don't. She's kind of like in a kind of like a villain who's working with the superheroes kind of position, but not really, because like then she needs to gain the trust back of the group. Because presumably
Yeah.
now she's gonna work with the group to stop Dean Shetty. And then on the Dean Shetty side, we find out that she's making a virus to stop superheroes to kind of control them, and that's what she's working on.
And then we find
Um,
out her entire character is that she just fucking hates soups.
Yeah, because she's now like kind of like a female Billy Butcher in a way. Because now well, we don't exactly know what her superhero is, but her backstory is. But we know that it will probably be something related with like maybe like her daughter, because she mentioned her daughter died, and maybe her daughter died due to like a soup killing her
Mhm.
daughter, maybe.
I think
And
it was Homelander.
I doubt it.
I think that would be. I mean,
Um,
we've seen that the ending of this season will lead directly into season 4 of The Boys, and then the ending of The Boys will lead directly into season 2 of Gen V.
it will do that.
the one thing I
Do you
want to
think?
say,
Is it like gonna be like literally like right after the show's over, or is there gonna be some
no, there's
gap?
gotta be some guy.
I
They haven't
don't.
shown any
My
trailers
thing is,
for
Okay.
it.
I think they're gonna use the virus is gonna be prevalent in season 4 in some way.
Yeah.
Probably, but they've
Because-
already been.
So
I guess.
we know
Because,
the
let me-
virus can negate superpowers in a certain dosage, and also kill someone with a certain dosage, and that it only works on people with compound V in their blood.
And
For
and so-
now,
yeah,
who
and
knows
so-
how it mutates?
I have a good theory. Butcher has that like weird temp V.
Well, we know he
in
has.
his blood,
and
Yeah, but we
he's
also know he has
dying.
fucking brain tumor. Yeah,
he's gonna die in,
gonna
like,
die
12
in like an
months.
hour.
Yeah.
The doctor
But-
gave him like around like maybe a year or something.
But I'm just saying the temp V might come back
So
in
yeah,
season
he's gonna
4
go
with the
fucking
virus.
3 on soups. If you know, if you
Or
catch my
maybe they're
drift.
not able to use the virus because it would kill the people.
Which actually kind of breaks into the like the ending of the comic run of The Boys, where there is like a virus, like something in the soup's blood that Billy tries in the end game of the comics run. Billy tries to activate like the compound in the soup's blood to kill all the soups. Because the ending of The Boys where he goes because in The Boys it's revealed that there's a whole thing with Black Noir.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
no,
not
I
gonna do that.
know.
They're definitely not gonna do
They're
that.
not gonna do that in The Boys, but they might take some elements from the ending and put it in the ending
I
of
think that Billy Butcher is just gonna go DEFCON 3 on all soups, probably.
No,
And
okay,
just-
bro. DEFCON 3 is like the middle one. He's gonna go higher.
No, like what Kanye said.
Oh.
He's gonna
but-
go DEFCON 3 on the on the soups.
Yeah, but in the comics, he does use some sort of like activation thing in the soup's bloods to
Hmm.
kill them, and so I feel like it's kind of relating to that. But it'll probably be something like Shetty hates soups, or she'll either be like a super Vought person. But I don't know, because I don't think Vought would want to kill their biggest.
Yeah, because she didn't
assets.
want to send the report to Vought before like it could kill people. So I do think she's working like not with Vought, but just of her own personal vendetta.
Yeah, but we're gonna see that play out because I really like the last line of the episode. She's all the
How do
music
we
plays
make
and
it
then it stops.
contagious?
How do we make it contagious? And I think I'm excited. I think like here, this is my ranking of I think of the shows in total of the Boys universe.
Yeah.
I think season 1 of the Boys is still my favorite.
Mhm.
Then season
As
3 of
most
the
shows are.
season 3, Gen V season 1, and then season 2 of the Boys.
But they're all good.
That's how
Are they
I-
all good in your opinion, or is like season?
They're
2
all
bad?
good in my opinion, but that's how I'd rank
Got
them.
it. Yeah, I think I kind of agree with your stuff.
Yeah.
Although season
It just-
3
yeah.
might be above 1 for me, just because it has Soldier Boy in it.
Which is who
I
was
love
in this
Soulja Boy.
episode. Soldier Boy, the Captain America parody, was in this episode, but he was in like a few minutes. He turned out to just be like an imaginary friend of Kate's that she used as kind of like I guess a fuck buddy on a pillow. But
Yep. But there were
that's
some
that.
funny jokes about that. And the actor who
funny
plays him
jokes.
still is really
I
good.
hate how long he goes on the fucking joke about teaching her how to
Look the
get
bean.
off. He just keeps saying it. He doesn't stop for like 5 minutes. It's so I
funny
was like,
though.
it's funny, but after like the first minute, after like half of the jokes, I was like, okay, are they gonna like how long are they gonna go with this?
Well, he taught her to flick the bean, touch the skittle, wumpa
Stop,
lumpa.
stop, hurry, sorry, please.
But
I
I'm
just can't
excited to
take
see
it no
the
more.
last 2 episodes of this show. It's probably gonna be some sort of like
I
thing
thought this
with
was leading
the
into the finale, is what I thought. Like just by the pacing of it, but then I looked up and there were
I mean,
two
how many
more.
episodes?
there's
Aren't there
2
gonna
more
be
episodes
episodes?
left
Yeah.
in the season. So we're gonna see how the 2 episodes play out, and those are the weekly shows. But I'm going to get into what I've been watching.
Me and Nikola have one thing that we're watching, so let's just talk about that quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Adventure time.
I'm
Come
gonna go to
on.
the
I can actually
bathroom.
talk now instead of
So
being sitting here on my phone for the past
great.
20 minutes.
So
Then
let
I'm
me
going to
get to
be
where
my
I
I'm
left
going to
off
the bathroom. Have
last
fun with your
Good
time.
luck.
adventure time.
And guess what, guys? We have to talk about the peak episode of all time that I got a
Is
couple
it
days ago.
Gravel's 1000?
It might
plus?
be. Let's get to it. So last time I left off, I think we were on James 2, maybe?
Maybe.
I think we just finished. No, we weren't even done with season 5.
No, we were. We were in season 6.
We were?
We were.
Were we? I could have sworn we were on like episode 50. Oh yeah, I adjusted bucket list. Billy's bucket
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
So
With Canyon.
yeah. So essentially, he finds his dad. His dad's kind of sucks, but you know what we do have fall, and that's
Oh.
fucking peak right there.
It
Then we
was
get
peak.
James 2.
Aw.
James 2 is actually a really good episode. I actually
Mhm.
like James 2
Why
a
is it
lot. It's
called
much better
James?
than James.
Hey, we're looking for this guy.
It's much better than the first James episode.
He has
Uh,
23 identical
The
siblings.
tower's
Have you
kind of
seen
cool. I don't understand how he just got a new arm though.
I don't know, magic. There's a lot of things that Finn
Yeah.
does that doesn't make sense if you think about it because he
Yeah.
is just a guy.
Yeah.
But
Sad face is kind of funny though. Sad face, I don't know. It was not definitely not my favorite, but I think it was kind of funny.
yeah.
Oh, Breezy was kind of an interesting episode.
Mhm.
The flower wants to fuck his arm.
Yeah, I do like
Food
how it
Chain
takes
is a really I really don't know what to think about Food Chain.
I don't
It's
know. The
it,
guest animated ones are always pretty weird. There's
yeah,
4 guest
yeah, because
animated
you can
ones.
always tell because they're always different
Yeah.
animation styles.
There's Glitch is a Glitch, Food Chain, Water Park Prank,
Water Park, yeah.
and Bad Jubies.
Yeah. Food Chain, I like the music in it. The music is really good in Food Chain. But
Yeah.
it's an actual acid trip. I have absolutely no clue what the fuck happened in that episode.
They turned into birds and then they turned into worms and then they died and
Yeah.
then they came back.
Mm.
I like how Magic Man is really just used as a plot point to make anything happen because that's kind of his power.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Beck, I see
Uh,
that you aren't talking.
Furniture
Bro,
and
they're
meat.
at episodes ahead of me, and they're all talking about
Furniture
characters I've
and
never
meat.
met before.
You've met Finn and Jake.
I don't even remember Furniture and Meat.
Yeah.
That's
The
one.
prince who wanted
Furniture and Meat is the one where they give all their money away in the Slime Kingdom.
the prince who wanted everything was like the actual Fiona and Cake episode.
Yeah.
I think they accidentally swapped the thumbnails on
Yeah.
HBO.
No. They fucked it up and accidentally put in the intro to Fiona and Cake on Furniture and Meat.
Yeah, they swapped the
'Cause they're
intros and the
stupid.
thumbnails for those two.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that.
That should not be possible.
And I think they also swapped the name because Furniture and Meat is clearly a play on Fiona and Cake.
No. It's Furniture and Meat because they buy
Oh,
furniture and meat.
no. Yeah, you're right. Oh,
Then the-
right, because that's the one where they spend all the money. That's also why the thumbnail makes sense. Yeah.
The Prince Who Wanted Everything is about Lumpy Space
Yeah.
Prince.
No, it's
Yeah,
Princess.
something big.
Guys,
No,
I just
Lumpy
went
Space
to the
Prince.
vending machine and I
I
got
remember.
something. And it turns out there was
Little
another thing
Brother.
already someone got, but they didn't pick it up. So
Oh,
I
that's
stole
Little
it.
Brother. I really like Little Brother. Little Brother's kind of funny. Ocarina is also really good.
Wait, like
It's kinda
Zelda?
sad. It's
all
also-
the Jake Kid episodes are good.
Yeah, all of Jake's kids. Then we have Thanks for the Crab Apples, Giuseppe. I actually really like that episode. I think it was a good episode.
Because that's all the wizards.
Yeah. Princess Day is kind of funny because they literally just kill. They just kill Breakfast Princess. And they don't talk about it for the rest of the show.
No.
She's just fucking dead. Then we have Nemesis. Oh, Peacemaster is kind of funny because he's just a dad. But at the same time, he is peace.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua and Margaret Investigations is another really good episode.
That's the one where Kim Kil-won buys the house and then there's the ghost,
No,
right?
that was that was Ocarina.
No, not their house. The one where they buy the
Oh
Joshua and
no,
Margaret.
the brother. That's later
No,
on.
not the Jermaine episode. The one where Kim Kil-won purchases Joshua and Margaret Investigations, and then they investigate the house because there's ghosts.
No,
It's not
Joshua
that
and
episode.
Margaret. That's the one where that's Jake backstory.
Oh,
that's
hello,
Daddy.
mommy.
Hello,
Daddy.
mommy. Yeah.
So nice to be here with you now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
And then we have Ghostfly. Ghostfly is kind of funny.
Ghostfly is
He
fun. I
finally
like
gets
that.
he gets to drink the soup.
So
Everything's
true.
Jake
Oh,
is
yeah?
also really funny. Is That You? I really like Is That You?
Or
Is That
you
You
would
is
like
really cool.
Everything's Jake because it has
Really?
Yeah.
it has Billy West and he does the
Billy
Fry
West?
voice,
Yeah.
the Zap Brannigan voice, and the
Zoidberg, right?
Farnsworth. No, Farnsworth. He doesn't do Zoidberg.
Yeah, but he does those. He still
Wait, who
does
does
those voices in
Zoidberg?
the episode.
There's no Zoidberg in the episode. He
Oh.
just does the voices for different characters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then Is That You? I really like. Is That You is a really good episode. That's
Oh,
Which one is that?
okay,
Is
I
that you?
understand.
revival of Prismo. That's where
Oh,
they
yeah,
bring back
yeah.
Prismo.
And that's where he gets Finn's sword.
Jake Sword. Oh no, Finn Sword. I keep
Yeah.
messing up their names. Jake the Brick was really good. I just set it in the background and just listened to it. The same way
I think that's how you have to watch that episode.
the same way most of the teachers did. I mean, most of the people in the movie did.
Yeah.
Dentist is
back.
also a really funny episode.
Yeah?
I don't really. I like Dentist a lot.
Where are you in the show?
My tooth.
What am I in
We
Where
war?
are
don't
you
talk
show
about
back?
Dentist.
Where are you in the show back?
Wait, what is your opinion on Tiffany now that Tiffany's
Season
died?
3.
Oh, Tiffany's like dead.
Yeah, what's your opinion on Tiffany now that he's dead?
Good fucking riddance. Jesus Christ, I hated that bitch.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, how many
Tiffany
episodes more,
sucked.
Nikola?
Almost done. Then we have the cooler, which is the flame. Oh right, it's fucking Princess Bubblegum being a bitch.
Yo.
Then we have Pajama War, which is like Princess Bubblegum's like, maybe I should take a step back, and then everybody fucking dies.
That's the one with Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy.
What does Timmy do in that episode?
Oh, he's just a cat. He's just
Oh
epic.
right, it's just Timmy, right. Oh, and then we
Timmy.
have Evergreen, which is the backstory of the Crown.
No, Gunther. No, Gunther.
Gunther,
no,
no,
Gunther.
Gunther, no, Gunther,
Gunther, no,
Gunther,
Gunther,
no,
no.
Gunther, no, Gunther, no,
No,
Gunther,
so-
Gunther, no, Gunther, no,
Gunther, no,
no, Gunther,
Gunther, no.
Gunther, no.
So Nicola, how far are you into the show exactly? How many?
I'm on I'm almost done with season 6, and there are 10 seasons.
Mm.
How many
So
seasons
then we have
per
Astral.
kind of generally? How many episodes per season?
It
So
was 25, but
season-
now it's like 50 per episode per season.
No, but now you're back down to like 20.
25.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Astral Plane, which is where he just floats off and sees him fucking die.
Yeah.
Then we have
episode's
Gold
amazing.
Stars, which sucks except for the fucking Lich moment. Before
Mhm.
there was time, before there was anything, there was
There was
nothing.
And
That's-
before
And before
that,
there was nothing,
there was monsters.
there were monsters.
That's Intergear Overload.
Now it's time for your Gold Star.
So true.
And then we have the Visitor, which is Finn's dad. Finn's dad still is a bitch.
Yeah.
One
Then
episode
we have
of
the Mountain.
Celsius podcast makes Becco insane.
Nicola, don't worry. He doesn't show up past season 6, and if he does show up past season 6, it's like actually good.
Oh, I see. Then we
Yeah.
have the Mountain. The Mountain, I don't even remember what happens in that.
That's the one with Lemon Grab.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really like Lemon Grab episodes.
No.
You don't
Uh,
like Justin
Dark-
Roiland.
Dark
How do
Purple
you know
is
Justin
another
Roiland voices him?
because we
Because
talk
we
about it
talk
every
about
time.
Mm.
And then we have
Deep
Dark
Purple is a
Purple.
season episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I
It's not my
forgot
favorite.
I forgot rewatching the series how little of Susan there is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Up
she's
until
and then
in
she
one of
has
my
like
episodes.
such a big, and then she has such a
Yeah.
big role later on.
I know, yeah, in Islands.
Yeah,
What?
and then we have the Diary.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's the one where they
That's
both
the one
get
with
caught up in
TV,
the
yeah.
diary. Oh, then we have Walnuts and Rain. That's
I like
the
Walnuts
big.
and Rain. That one's
That's
funny.
the big one. That's really fun. Yeah. Then we have Friends Forever. That's another Ice King episode. That's really funny. Then we have Jermaine. Jermaine, I really like. That's a really good episode.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, I'm gonna eat your face. Oh, okay, we good now. We cool.
It takes so long for Jermaine to actually show up, like as
True.
a character.
Yeah.
That's another character that I thought there was a lot more of, but he
And
just
then we
doesn't.
have chips and ice cream,
Chips
which is
and
a
ice cream.
really weak episode. But
Yo.
it is saved by the following episode. Grable's 1000 plus. And you know what happens in Grable's 1000 plus? Can
You
you
wanna
guys
know?
guess? Can you guys guess?
He breaks his
What?
leg again.
Oh wait, broken leg again.
Broken leg
What?
again. What?
Broken leg
Broken leg
again.
again.
Broken leg again.
Not again.
Then after that, we kind of get low again, where we get Hoots, which is basically the Cosmic Owl is like, damn, those are some nice butt feathers. I want to fuck the shit out of that person.
And it's
And that person
Gunther.
turns out to be Gunther.
Not Gunther.
Gunther, why did you goop my fries?
Middle
goonted
square back
them,
O.
and they were mine. What type of Gunter goons his own Gunter's fries and doesn't even goont him in the eyes? Okay. Then we have Water Park Prank, which is kind of funny. Again,
the art
another
style. The art-
cross.
Don't worry,
animated.
Nicola. Don't worry, Nicola. That art style shows up
Under
in
the
Fiona and
middle?
Cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
under the middle.
And now I think this is the last
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
I've watched so far, which is You Forgot Your Floaties, which is where we
No.
get Magic Betty.
No way.
And then Betty gets rid of Magic Man's powers, and then she's like, "Well, I'm out of here," and then just does the Magic Man thing.
Upper left.
Yeah, and
And
he
then I
becomes
think
a
I have,
normal man.
yeah, I've started, now I'm starting Be Sweet.
Be sweet.
Uh-huh. Oh, and then we get
And
towards,
then we're
then
gonna go
that's
to the
already
stalemate
starting,
between
and
your
then that's
two
already
exes.
then that's already the last 4 episodes where we get
Yeah.
the Gunther.
Yeah, you're almost
Stalemate.
done
Hot
with season
diggity
6.
doom.
Stalemate.
Oh, and then we get also Princess Bubblegum.
All right,
loses
my
some show.
turn.
Yep, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go quick
All
for
right, you've
Uri's
watched
sake.
1 episode.
All right, contest of cuteness. Tiny people, they want to kill Jake. Kind of funny that they let
Good
them
episode.
win, and they have to like fake losing.
Yeah.
More Irturi te Salatomas. They fight a lot of people, and we learn that Jake is kind of dumb.
On a tropical island, underneath the molten
That is a funny
lava
song.
Wait,
moon.
Okay,
you just found out that
Memory
he's,
of a Memory is really good because it's a
you just found
Marceline
out
lore
Jake is fucking
episode,
dumb?
and we learn more about Marceline's backstory. I think it's really good. Hitman, I think, is the funniest episode of the entire show so far.
Look up supermodel. Look, the apocalypse. Someone got in the
Okay,
boing
yeah. So,
wings.
Memory of
Get
a
the
Memory,
boing
Hitman,
wings.
and Too Young are 3 so many fire episodes in a row. It's crazy. Too Young, like Uri, they introduced this giant plot beat of one of the main characters turns 13, and then the first episode she's shown in after turning 13, she turns back to 18.
18.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, here.
The Monster, I don't know, kind of mid. Still kind of funny. Wizard Battle, mid. Fiona and Cake.
Wait, back. The monster had pizza!
It's not, that's
What about,
That
why would Jake do
monster
that? Is he
pizza.
acoustic?
okay. Then I watched Fiona and Cake, and I thought it's
I'm gonna eat all
crazy
the pie
how
before you even
Fiona
get there.
has so much
wait,
more
back,
Riz than
back.
Finn. But then it turns out it's all fake. Yeah,
Wait, you watch Fiona and Cake?
yeah, I did.
What the
Yeah, but
fuck
that's
is
a
wrong
different
with you?
girl.
Why would you watch that?
Yeah, because I'm just better.
Why before finishing Adventure Time? Come on.
Okay,
Wow,
Uri,
go
are you
with
doing a bit, or do I need to explain this to you?
I want you to explain it to me.
Okay, so there are specific one-off episodes where they follow Fiona and Cake. That isn't the show
It's
Fiona
true.
and Cake.
Oh,
Really?
I did not understand.
What was missing? Oh, that was such a fire episode.
Wait, Beck, it sounds like you're getting to a final groove of watching Adventure
Yeah,
Time now.
yeah. I've gotten into a groove.
How-
What? w-
Yeah,
Jack,
'cause you're
what
starting to
was
get the
what was
actual
missing,
good
I think, is a top
episodes.
10 episode.
Yeah, I know. What was missing is like one of my favorites so far.
What is
You-
missing? What is
It's
that
the one where
episode again?
they all have to sing a song to open a door, and it just explores the.
Get your kid
yeah,
back,
because that's
boy.
the fucking Marceline song. It's the fucking goated episode.
Yeah.
me when Rebecca Sugar storyboards an episode.
Yeah.
Um,
Regular Adventure Rebecca Sugar episode.
And
The
I've
second you see
seen
Rebecca
Steven
Sugar,
Universe,
you're
so
gonna
I
just
get that.
bawl.
Yeah.
Apple Thief, kind of mid episode. The Creeps, kind of
The
fun.
Creep is so
It
good.
is kind of funny how they reference the train episode, and it's all
I'm
this.
Randy
It's
Butterfield.
Oh, that's
all
the
this
Infinity Train
revenge for that
episode.
one, yeah.
I'm Guy Farting.
From bad to worse.
Wait, which episode is the acoustic episode? The one where Jake? Why would Jake do that?
What episode is that? The one where he
Why would
screams?
Jake do that? Which episode is that? Yeah.
That's episode 4.
Oh, that's just episode 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and eat all the pies before you even get there. Why would you do that? Is he acoustic?
Utopia. Susan Strong comes back for a pretty typical episode carried by still the mystery of is she human or is she not? Which we still don't
Well,
know.
what's your opinion, Beck?
I think human.
Wow.
No one can hear you. Finn goes through The Walking Dead.
No one can hear you so good.
Jake versus Meemaw. So as you see,
Yo,
the mouse
Meemaw.
does crawl into Jake's nose, making it its
It's a cat.
temporary home. So by the transitive property, Jake turned into a house in this episode.
So true.
No way.
So
I think this is
true.
the best episode of all of TV. I think the finest hour of TV.
Meemaw is really good.
And then
There's
yeah.
a part.
Oh wait, there's a fucking
Yeah.
two-parter coming up.
Beck,
Yeah,
hurry up,
Holly
come
Jolly
on, come on,
Secret.
come on, Beck.
It's a
Becky,
That's
holly
it, that's what I
jolly
watched.
secret.
Okay, my turn.
All right,
But
yeah.
it sounds like
sorry.
it sounds like you both are really getting to Adventure Time now. Nicola has been for a while, but
I'm
Beck
kind of
has
into
gotten to
it
his
now.
groove.
Holy
Mm.
shit, 50 kilogram second? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
But let's get into what I've been watching. So
Yeah.
I finally finished Disenchantment, the entire show.
Mhm. Oh, let's go.
Nice.
And, I would say because maybe Aiden's gonna watch it or something, but
I probably will.
I liked the ending. I thought it was pretty solid. It's like the first Matt Groening show to end ever.
Yeah.
But there's some characters I don't think they fully did the justice. I never felt like they they're like an overarching villain across the entire show. And I never felt like they truly kind of like gone to her character, like why she does what she does that much. But it was okay. I like the way they structured the last episode was okay. I felt like they spent like a lot of time just kind of like saying where certain characters are going, like exposition. That character goes there. That's how the show is. But I like the overall last season. I felt like in my because I rewatched the entire show, but there were certain elements. I think were better in the earlier seasons. Like I felt like the earlier show kind of felt more like I guess kind of like stable narratively. But then in the later seasons it got a little more crazier. Some good ways, some bad ways. I think it really hit its stride with kind of adventurous storytelling while also keeping the narrative kind of smooth in season 3. I think season 3 was probably its best season. They did a lot of interesting stuff with the characters, but I think they kind of undid that in season 4 and season 5 a bit. But I did like where our main character, Tia Beanie, the princess, she ends up. I like where she ends. And I like the ending arcs for our top 3 main characters, Elfo, Lucy, and Beanie. And I this is I think my second time show through, and I liked it because season 5 recently came through, and I did a rewatch for season 4 when that came out.
Yeah.
But I probably won't rewatch this show for like quite a few many years because like I did by the end of season 5 I was getting kind of tired and wanted to watch other stuff. So I kind of laxed on watching season 5 a bit. So I kind of spread that over a few weeks, but I enjoy it. And I think for what it's worth, it's not the best Groening show, I think. That's still Futurama. And it's probably not the most iconic show. That's probably The Simpsons. But it's always been like a kind of like maybe a solid show. Or that's my thoughts on Disenchantment. If anyone wants to ask me questions. But
so this is Matt Groening's first ending, right?
Apparently, unless he's done other TV shows, I haven't heard.
Yeah.
It is.
Was it like a big climax, or was it just like more of a melancholy ending?
It was a big climax, so they had to it was ending up to like a big battle.
Yeah. Yeah. So it ended more of a bang than with kind of a whimper.
It had kind of a bang, but I felt like the it could have maybe ended. I feel like with a few edits, it could have ended like maybe 1 or 2 episodes earlier.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
It's a holly
I
jolly
enjoyed it. But
Christmas.
I've been
It's the best time of
was
the
watching it
year.
with
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
counter
with the
watching season
the
5
Bro,
with.
Nikola,
jolly
Erg had to sit
Christmas.
through
Hold
us
on.
talking about Adventure Time for 20 minutes. Let him talk
What?
about this.
What? I am. I'm not doing
Stop fucking
anything.
humming.
Stop like singing Christmas songs.
But oh my god, you guys are so annoying.
So true.
Yeah, but what I was counter watching season 5 with was a show that Beck started watching, but then fucking
The Sopranos.
yes,
Lost.
you got it. The Sopranos, you got it.
Uh,
I've been
I think I'm still
rewatching the
beating Ur's rewatch though, right?
Yeah.
I'm on season 3 right now of The
Fucking
Sopranos.
kill me. I'm on season 1.
No way.
And
Whose fault is that?
I think yours.
so let me talk about my love of The
It's already 10.
Sopranos. So The
already 10
Sopranos
o'clock.
essentially asks the question, what if a mob boss goes to therapy? Like it was like it's arguably started the golden age of TV in the early 2000s of, Breaking Bad, The Wire, Mad Men. It's considered like the main character in the show, Tony Soprano, is kind of like the archetype of what we call of an anti-hero in television, because there's no Walter White or anybody else, Saul Goodman or Don Draper, without Tony Soprano. The Sopranos kind of led to what a modern, like what the golden age of TV kind of was. Because with an HBO show, it was like, it's considered probably one of the best shows of all time, best endings, but best character of all time,
Wait,
maybe.
doesn't everyone hate
But
the ending though?
no, everybody
Yeah.
loves the ending.
I've never seen. No, I listened to the one Family Guy song that they did at like the Oscars.
I,
And I don't think anyone liked the ending.
The only
A
thing I
lot
know
of people
about The
like it.
Sopranos ending is it just goes to a black screen at one point.
When
Yeah.
I know I see a lot of people who actually like the ending, but I don't know, maybe it's different parts of the internet. But the ending, I feel, in my opinion, really worked. I put it in my top 10 best endings on TikTok
Wow.
because I really like the
So,
ending.
would you
But
call it one
essentially,
of the greatest finales in television history?
I would, but right now I'm on because when I watched it during COVID for the first time, and like didn't remember much of the characters, but now I kind of wanted to get into I want to rewatch it for myself because I watched it with my dad. But essentially, let me give you a really interesting story, because like in the first 4 episodes of the show, we got like there's no like we saw Tony Soprano being like a mob boss, but in episode 5 he kills somebody for the first time in the show, but the creator, like the executives at the creator David Chase, like, you can't do this. You create the most compelling character of television in the first 4 episodes. By killing a character, you ruin his character. By killing a person, you ruin his character. But then you're like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna make him like kill somebody in the 5th episode of the show.
Who does he kill? I don't remember.
He killed a mob guy who worked with the government, and now he's in hiding, and he found.
Oh, that one, yeah. And then his
they-
daughter's going on a college trip, right?
Yeah, and they say that him killing that character is kind of what led to us kind of allowing to us to sympathize with these anti-heroes, and because like we can understand why they killed these people, and like it doesn't make us like we want to be morally bankrupt, because we kind of live vicariously through our characters, because people, even by the end of the show, they still they agreed with Tony Soprano and they sympathized with him.
Yeah.
And just like how we did with Walter White or Saul Goodman. And it's kind of like a really interesting exploration, because essentially what The Sopranos aims to kind of do is to kind of like show that, the good old days of the mob, and like, that is portrayed in like The Godfather, like these really classic Italian cinema movies, like Goodfellas, stuff like that. That age of the mob never really existed, and it kind of shows more like a more brutal realism of the mob. Like, these guys are kind of like, they're dumbling doofuses. They do dumb mistakes. They're
Yeah,
like,
no, I remember
and
hearing a story that what was it? It was like some mob people thought someone snitched to HBO because the show was so accurate.
yeah,
You
That's
know
crazy.
that what's his name? Frank Sinatra was part of the Italian mob.
The
yeah.
guy that
You know
like
what's funny?
sings
They
the
have
songs.
Frank's.
Yeah,
You know
that
who
came up
appears?
when they were filming The Godfather because they got a message from the mob.
You know who appears in the Sopranos? Frank Sinatra Jr. So
Oh,
No way.
that's kind of fun. But essentially, well, I'll end this off kind of by saying what the show really explores to be, in case anyone is interested, probably Beck. But essentially, we kind of see Tony Soprano is kind of like he's kind of in the depressing state of his life. He has panic attacks, and he kind of wants to stop that. And the show's question is, can he cure himself to stop having these panic attacks? Because he wants them, but through his therapy sessions, and the more we go on the show, we kind of reveal a deeply traumatized figure in his life who has been traumatized by his mother and his father from birth, and kind of like I guess a societal resentment of that he had to become a mob guy. But as he goes on, he just becomes a worse and worse person morally, and we see that it's not really kind of like a choices that made him. It's more of a pathology, and kind of like he's kind of predestined himself to kind of no matter what, he was always kind of going to be a mob guy. And Tony thinks that he kind of came in at the worst age of the mob, and like it's the worst part. It's not the golden age that his father lived in, and he just kind of like dealing with his depression, and that's kind of the show.
yeah, I remember from what I watched, he was very compelling. Like he got a ton of flashbacks to like when he was a kid, and then like he struggles with killing people. I mean, at least
Yeah,
in some of the episodes I remember.
yeah. But yeah, and so well, but he's not the only character in the show. You know, we follow his. It's called The Sopranos, so we follow his family, the mob family. He has his son, his son Christopher, his nephew, his nephew
Yep.
through marriage called Christopher, and we see because Christopher has his own storyline where he really wants to be a screenwriter, but he has like things holding him back, like like addiction problems, and like we follow his character, and
This
we
is
through all these
early after
characters,
doing the 2 puffs of weed.
Yeah.
we follow his
Did he?
character, and we follow Polly, a character called Polly Walnut. Sylvia, we follow the mob family, and that's the show. And so I'm really enjoying to get back and understanding because when you rewatch the show, you kind of understand it through another lens, kind of like you know what's coming up, so you can analyze all the foreshadowings more closely. But I'm enjoying the rewatch, and I think if Beck ever continues, he should
I'm finishing
it.
at least Severance and Adventure Time before I commit to anything else.
Let's
And then I
go.
might try to knock out Lost, just because.
But unless
It's
anyone has
4
anything to say, I
episodes.
think we can end it up because this has been 2
I'd
hours.
watch. I have another thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'd watch.
Yep.
So is episode 1 of a YouTube series that hopefully will get enough funding to make a whole series because the episode was really good. It's called The Amazing Digital Circus.
You need to send me this. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, so I have literally no idea how to explain it.
So they're in a circus.
Sure is.
He turns himself into a house.
Person gets put in a virtual world with no escape, and hijinks ensue. It's pretty funny. It's well animated. I'll send it to Beck so he can watch it too.
Great.
We can talk about it more next week after he watches.
I will.
Okay.
All right,
we
for
can.
now, I
Who wants
guess
to do the?
that can be Aim's
wants to do the
recommendation.
I'll do the recommendation.
How about we each give a recommendation?
No.
Okay. I recommend The Amazing Digital Circus. Thanks for
Great.
watching, everybody.
See us.